everyone. Welcome back to Grow Your English Daily, the podcast that helps you learn English in a fun and easy way. I'm Emily, and I'm so excited to be here with you today.
And I'm John, your English teacher. It's great to be back too, Emily, and a big hello to all our listeners out there.
John, I have a question for our listeners, and maybe for me too. Do you ever find yourself translating every single English word in your head into your own language before you can understand it, or before you can say something back in English?
Oh, that's a fantastic question, Emily, and I can almost hear our listeners nodding along. It's a very common experience for English learners, especially when you're just starting out at the A1 or A2 level.
Right? It's like my brain is working double time. First, translate from English to my language, then understand, then translate back from my language to English to answer. It feels so slow.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today on Grow Your English Daily. Our topic is how to think in English. Yes, we're going to give you step-by-step guidance on how to stop translating in your head and start thinking directly in English. This is a game changer for fluency.
Oh, that sounds amazing, John. I really need this. So, if you're listening and you want to make your English learning easier and faster, stay tuned. And hey, before we dive in, please remember to like this episode, leave us a comment with your thoughts, share it with a friend who is also learning English, and of course, subscribe to Grow Your English Daily so you don't miss any of our helpful episodes.
Absolutely. Your support helps us grow and reach more learners. So, Emily, let's get right into it. Why is translating in our heads a problem? You already touched on it, but let's explain clearly.
Well, for me, it makes me slow. I can't speak fast, and I can't understand fast. I feel like I miss parts of conversations because I'm still translating the last sentence.
You've hit the nail on the head, Emily. It slows you down, both in understanding and speaking. It also makes your English sound less natural because sometimes you translate words directly, but the natural way to say something in English is different. And as you said, it's exhausting. Your brain gets tired very quickly.
So how do we stop this habit, John? It feels so automatic sometimes.
It is a habit, but like any habit, we can change it. Let's start with our first step. Start small, label things around you.
Label things, like literally put labels on them?
That's one way, but I mean more in your head. Look at simple objects around you right now. For example, your phone, your cup, a door, a window. When you see your cup, don't think of the word for cup in your language. Just look at the cup and think cup, just the English word. Try this for just a few minutes every day. See an apple, think apple. See a book, think book.
Oh, I see. So I look at my water bottle and I just think water bottle. No translation needed, just the image and the English word.
Exactly. You're building a direct connection between the object and its English name without the middle step of your native language. This is the very first step to thinking directly in English.
Okay, that makes sense for objects. But what about ideas or feelings? Like, how do I not translate happy or sad?
Great question, Emily. And that brings us to our second step. Use pictures and feelings, not words, for concepts. When you hear or think about a word like happy, don't immediately think of the word for happy in your language. Instead, try to imagine what happy looks like, maybe a smiling face or the feeling of warmth inside you. If you hear run, picture someone running. If you hear cold, feel the shivers.
So connect the English word directly to the image or the feeling, not to another word in my language.
Precisely. Your brain is excellent at understanding images and feelings. Use that power. This is very important for abstract words, not just concrete objects.
Okay, I'll try that. What's next?
Next is our third step. Learn simple sentences and phrases as whole units. Many learners try to translate sentences word for word, but this often doesn't work because different languages have different structures.
Oh, yeah, I've noticed that. Some sentences sound very strange if you translate them word by word.
Right. So instead of thinking how, then are, then you, learn how are you as one block of meaning. When you hear how are you, your brain should immediately understand the entire question. The meaning of are you okay? What's new? The same for good morning. Thank you. I'm sorry. Learn these as complete ideas, not individual words.
That makes so much sense. Like, it's raining. I just think of the rain, not translating it and is and raining separately.
Exactly. Your brain will become much faster at processing these common phrases if it treats them as single units of meaning. Now for step number 4. Practice inner monologue or self-talk in English.
Inner monologue? You mean talking to myself in my head?
Yes, precisely. This might feel a bit strange at first, but it's incredibly effective. Start describing your day or your plans to yourself silently in English. For example, I'm going to make coffee now. It's a sunny day today. What should I have for lunch? These are simple, everyday thoughts. Even if you don't know all the words, just try. You can always look up words later.
Wow, that sounds like a big step, but I can see how it would force my brain to use English directly, even for small things like my shopping list.
Exactly. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. It builds confidence and fluency. Our 5th step is immerse yourself with simple English materials.
So, like watching TV or reading books?
Yes, but remember, for A1, A2 learners, simple is key. Don't start with a complex novel or a fast-paced movie. Try watching children's cartoons or listening to podcasts made for learners, like this one.
Read very simple stories or short articles. The goal here is not to understand every single word. The goal is to get the main idea and let your brain get used to hearing and seeing English without constant translation. Your brain will start to connect words with their meanings through context.
That's a great tip. Sometimes I stop reading if I don't know a word, and then I get frustrated.
Which leads us perfectly to step number 6. Don't be afraid of not knowing every word. This is huge, Emily. Many learners panic when they hear an unknown word. They immediately stop and try to translate it or look it up. But in real life, you won't always have a dictionary.
Yeah, that's so true. In a conversation, I can't just stop and look up a word.
So learn to be okay with not knowing every single word. Try to guess the meaning from the other words around you, from the situation, or from the pictures in your head. This skill is called inferring meaning from context, and it's essential for thinking in English. Your brain will develop a feel for the language.
That's a big relief, John. Sometimes I feel like I need to be perfect.
Nobody is perfect, Emily, especially not when learning a new language. Allow yourself to make mistakes and to not know everything. And finally, for our 7th and final step, practice regularly, even for short periods.
Ah, consistency.
Exactly. You don't need to spend hours every day. Even 5 to 10 minutes of focused practice with these techniques can make a big difference. Try to label objects for a few minutes while you're making breakfast. Spend a few minutes thinking to yourself in English while you walk to work or school. Listen to a short English podcast. Regular, consistent practice is like building a muscle. It gets stronger over time.
Wow, John, these are really clear and practical steps. I feel much more confident about trying to think in English now. So, to recap for our listeners, we talked about starting small by labeling objects, using pictures and feelings for concepts, learning phrases as whole units, practicing self-talk in English, immersing with simple materials, not being afraid of unknown words, and practicing regularly.
That's a perfect summary, Emily. Remember, this is a journey, not a race. Be patient with yourself, celebrate your small successes, and keep practicing these steps. You will notice a real difference in how quickly you understand and speak English.
Thank you so much, Emily, for these amazing tips. I'm going to start practicing right away. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on Grow Your English Daily. We hope this episode helps you on your English learning journey. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more helpful English lessons.
Keep growing your English every day. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.